What would you do if you found a puppy, gave it to a perfect family, and 3 days later it showed up at your door, having walked 15 miles to find you? That's not a movie plot. That's what happened to Axel, 4 times. This is the story of the most stubborn puppy you'll ever meet, and how sometimes you don't choose your family chooses you. Where are you watching from right now? Drop your location in the comments, and if you believe in fate, destiny, or dogs that know exactly where they belong, hit that like button. You're going to need it for this one. Now, let's begin. Axel wasn't looking for another dog. He had 6 already. Ash and Frost, his original rescues who'd started everything. Rex, the war dog who'd reunited with his handler after 16 years. Hope, the 3-legged mother who'd trusted him with her puppies, and 2 former therapy dogs he'd taken in when their handlers passed away. 6 dogs, a full house, a complete pack. He didn't need a 7th, but fate had other plans. It was a Tuesday in late March. Axel stopped at a gas station in Whitefish, 40 miles from his cabin. He was filling up his truck when he heard it, crying, not human crying, puppy crying. High-pitched, desperate, coming from behind the dumpster. Axel walked over, found a cardboard box, soaking wet from melted snow, falling apart. Inside, a puppy, German Shepherd, maybe 8 weeks old, tiny, shivering, alone, no blanket, no food, no water, just a puppy left to die. Jesus Christ! Axel picked up the box, looked around. The gas station was empty. No cars, no people. Whoever left this puppy was long gone. He looked down at the little guy, big brown eyes staring up at him, ears too big for his head, paws too big for his body, shaking from cold and fear. All right, let's get you warm. Axel carried the box to his truck, turned on the heat, wrapped the puppy in his jacket. The little guy immediately stopped crying, pressed against Axel's chest, fell asleep, just like that. Instant trust. Don't get comfortable, Axel muttered. You're not staying. The drive home was quiet. Axel made calls, every shelter within 50 miles. Do you have space for a German Shepherd puppy? Maybe 8 weeks old, abandoned. The answers were all the same. We're at capacity. We have a 3-month wait list. We can't take any more dogs right now. Try calling other shelter. Axel tried them all. Nothing. By the time he pulled into his driveway, he'd called 12 shelters, 0 openings. Great, he sighed. Guess you're staying tonight. The puppy, still wrapped in his jacket, opened one eye. Staying? Good. Introducing a new puppy to 6 adult dogs requires strategy. Axel set up a pen in the living room, neutral territory, let the puppy settle, then brought in the pack one at a time. Ash came first, the leader, the protector. He walked up to the pen, sniffed the puppy through the bars. The puppy immediately play-bowed, tail wagging. Hi, you're big! I like you! Ash snorted. Not aggressive, just unimpressed. Another one? Really? Frost was next, the gentle one. He approached slowly, sniffed carefully. The puppy licked his nose through the bars. Frost's tail wagged slightly. Okay, he's cute. I'll give him that. Rex came in. The war veteran, the serious one. He looked at the puppy. The puppy looked at him and did something unexpected. He sat, at attention, like he was reporting for duty. Rex's ears went forward. This one has discipline. Interesting. Hope limped over, the 3-legged mother. She'd lost her own puppies to adoption months ago. When she saw the little guy, something shifted in her expression. A baby. Someone left a baby. She pressed her nose against the pen. The puppy crawled to her, whined softly. Hope licked his face through the bars. You're safe now, little one. The other 2 therapy dogs, older, calmer, barely reacted, just another dog. They'd seen plenty. But the puppy was fascinated by all of them. Trying to climb the pen walls, trying to reach them. Pack, I found my pack. Easy, little man, Axel said. You're not part of this pack, you're just visiting. The puppy looked at him, tilted his head. We'll see about that. That night, Axel set up a crate in his bedroom. Puppy Training 101. Crate sleeping prevents accidents and teaches boundaries. He put the puppy inside with a soft blanket and a toy. Good night. Tomorrow I'll figure out where you're going. He turned off the light. 5 seconds of silence. Then, crying. Loud, persistent, heartbreaking crying. No, you're fine. Go to sleep." The crying continued. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30. Axel tried to ignore it, but Hope couldn't. She got up from her bed, walked to the crate, lay down beside it. The crying stopped immediately. The puppy pressed against the crate wall, as close to Hope as he could get. "Mom, is that you?" Hope's tail thumped once. "Not your mom, but I'll stay." Axel watched from the bed. "You're making this harder, Hope." But he didn't move her, because the puppy was finally quiet. The next morning, Axel called more shelters, expanded his search radius to 100 miles. Still nothing. "Have you tried posting on social media?" one shelter suggested. "Sometimes families looking to adopt check those groups." Axel didn't do social media, but Dr. Reeves did. He called her. "Helena, I need a favor." "What now?" "I found a puppy. Need to rehome him. Can you post on your vet clinic page?" "Axel, you have 6 dogs. What's one more?" "6 is already too many. I can't take another." "Why not?" "Because..." He stopped. "I just can't." The real reason was complicated. Every dog he'd taken in had come with a story, a purpose, a reason. This puppy was just abandoned, random, no special connection, and Axel was afraid that if he kept taking in every stray, he'd lose himself in it, become the crazy dog guy with no boundaries. He needed to draw a line somewhere. "Please, Helena, just post it." "Fine, send me a photo." Axel took the puppy outside for a picture. The little guy immediately started exploring, bouncing through snow, attacking pine cones, chasing his own tail. He was goofy, clumsy, absolutely ridiculous. Axel couldn't help but smile. "All right, hold still." The puppy sat, looked directly at the camera, ears perked, head tilted, perfect pose, like he knew this was important. Axel took the photo. It was objectively adorable. Big brown eyes, oversized paws, fluffy puppy fur. "If this doesn't get you adopted, nothing will." Dr. Reeves posted it within an hour. "Puppy needs home. 8-week-old German Shepherd male found abandoned. Healthy, friendly, good with other dogs, free to approved home. Contact clinic for details." Within 3 hours, she had 40 responses. By evening, over 100. "Axel, your puppy is a celebrity." "Good. Start vetting families." Dr. Reeves went through applications. Most were eliminated quickly. No fenced yard, no vet references. Wanted the puppy as a gift for someone else. But 3 families stood out, all experienced with German Shepherds, all had excellent references, all had the space and resources. "I'm setting up meetings for tomorrow," Dr. Reeves said. "Bring the puppy in. Let's see who's the best fit." "Perfect. Thanks, Helena." "Axel?" "Yeah?" "Are you sure about this?" "Yes, I'm sure." But that night when Axel went to bed, the puppy had somehow escaped the crate and was sleeping on his chest. "How did you..." The puppy opened one eye. "I'm resourceful." Back in the crate. The puppy licked his face. "Or we could just sleep like this." Axel sighed, picked him up, put him back in the crate, double-checked the latch. "Stay." The puppy sat, stared at him. "I'll be good. For now." The next morning, Axel brought the puppy to the clinic. The first family arrived. The Johnsons, husband, wife, 2 kids. Nice house, big yard. They'd had German Shepherds before. Knew the breed. "He's perfect," Mrs. Johnson said, holding the puppy. The puppy was polite. Let them pet him. Played with the kids, but kept looking at Axel. "Where are you going? Why am I with these people?" "He'll adjust," Dr. Reeves said. "It takes time." The Johnsons signed the adoption papers, took the puppy home. Axel told himself this was good, the right choice. But driving back to his cabin felt wrong. The truck was too quiet. 2 days later, Axel was chopping wood when Ash started barking. Alert barking. Someone's here. Axel looked up. A small figure was walking up the driveway. A puppy. No way. But as it got closer, it was him, the puppy, covered in mud, limping slightly, exhausted, but tail wagging. "I'm back." Axel stood there, stunned. "How did you..." The puppy ran to him, collapsed at his feet. "Told you, I'm resourceful." Axel called Mrs. Johnson. "Your puppy is here, at my cabin." "What? How? We're 15 miles away." "I don't know, but he walked here." "That's impossible. He's 8 weeks old." "Well, he did it." Mrs. Johnson came to pick him up. apologized profusely. "We don't know how he got out. We'll secure the yard better." She took the puppy home again. Axel watched them leave. Hope sat beside him. That puppy's not going to stay there. He has to. It's a good home. Hope's look said, "You keep telling yourself that." 4 days later, Axel woke to scratching at his door, opened it. There he was, the puppy, again, even muddier, even more exhausted. But there, hi, I'm home. "You've got to be kidding me." Axel called Mrs. Johnson again. "He's back." "What? We reinforced everything. The fence is 6 feet high. We watched him constantly." "Well, he escaped. Again." "This is insane." They came to get him. This time, Mrs. Johnson was in tears. "I'm sorry. I think this puppy has chosen you, not us." "No, he just needs more time." "Axel, he walked 15 miles, twice. He's 8 weeks old. That's not normal. That's determination." She handed the puppy back. "We can't keep doing this, for his safety, for our sanity. He belongs with you." And she left. Axel stood there, holding a puppy who looked incredibly pleased with himself. "Told you, I belong here." "This is ridiculous." The puppy licked his face. "Yep, and I'm not going anywhere." Axel refused to accept defeat. This puppy was not staying. He had 6 dogs. That was the line. That was the limit. So he called Dr. Reeves. The Johnson family returned him. "I need another family." "Axel, don't. Just find me another family." Dr. Reeves sighed. "There's a couple in Kalispell, the Rodriguezes, retired military. They've trained working dogs before, very experienced." "Perfect, set it up." The puppy, meanwhile, had made himself at home. He followed Axel everywhere. Kitchen, puppy was there. Bathroom, puppy waited outside the door. Outside chopping wood, puppy sat 5 feet away, watching, not playing, not wandering off, just present. "You're wasting your time, buddy. You're leaving in 2 days." The puppy tilted his head. "Am I, though?" The pack had mixed reactions to the puppy's return. Ash was annoyed. This puppy was disruptive, always underfoot. Frost was amused. The little guy had personality. Rex watched him with something like respect. This puppy had determination, a mission focus. Hope had completely adopted him. She let him sleep against her, cleaned his face, corrected him when he got too rowdy. The puppy worshipped her, followed her around, mimicked her movements, tried to walk with her 3-legged gait. One afternoon, Axel found them lying together in a sunbeam, Hope's head resting on the puppy's back, the puppy completely content. "Don't get attached," Axel told Hope. "He's not staying." Hope opened one eye. "Sure, whatever you say." 2 days later, the Rodriguezes came to meet the puppy. Carlos and Maria Rodriguez, both former Army, both dog trainers. They were perfect, professional, knowledgeable, patient. "We heard about this little escape artist," Carlos said, laughing. "Walked 15 miles twice? That's impressive." "That's one word for it," Axel muttered. Maria knelt down. The puppy approached cautiously. She had treats, used hand signals, tested his responsiveness. The puppy was smart, followed commands, showed promise. "He's got potential," Maria said. "Good bone structure, alert, intelligent. With proper training, he could be an excellent working dog." "He's all yours." Carlos and Maria took him home. Axel told himself this was it. 3rd time's the charm. The Rodriguezes were experienced. They'd secure him properly. This was over. That night, Axel felt the cabin was too quiet. He told himself it was relief. No puppy crying, no puppy chaos, no puppy responsibility, just his 6 dogs, his manageable pack. But Hope kept looking at the door, waiting. "He's fine," Axel said. "He's in a good home." Hope didn't believe him. Neither did Axel. Day 1, no puppy. "See," Axel said to Hope, "the Rodriguezes know what they're doing." Day 2, still no puppy. "Told you, he's adjusting." Day 3, Axel actually started to relax. Maybe it had worked. Maybe the puppy was finally settling, scratching at the door. Axel's heart sank. No way. He opened the door. There he was, muddier than ever, more exhausted, paws bleeding. But there. "Did you miss me?" "How?" Axel called Carlos. Your puppy is here." "What? We had him in a kennel inside the house. We've trained military working dogs. How did he escape?" "I don't know, but he did. Carlos came to pick him up, examined the puppy thoroughly. This is impossible. He's 9 weeks old. We're 22 miles away, through wilderness. How did he even know which direction to go?" "I have no idea." Carlos looked at Axel seriously. "This puppy has something I've only seen a few times in 30 years of training dogs. He's bonded to you. Completely. It's not normal puppy attachment. It's absolute. So train it out of him. You can't train this out. This is instinct. This is choice. This puppy has decided you're his person." "I'm not his person. I have 6 dogs." "Tell him that." Carlos tried to take the puppy. The puppy struggled, whined, looked at Axel with desperate eyes. "Please, don't send me away again." But Axel held firm. "Take him. One more try." Carlos shook his head. "Axel, I've trained hundreds of dogs. This one is different. He's going to keep coming back, no matter what we do. Just try." The Rodriguezes kept him for 5 days, built a custom kennel, monitored him 24/7, never left him alone. On day 6, Axel got a call. "He's gone." "What do you mean, gone?" "He escaped, somehow. We don't know how, but he's gone. And Axel, he's heading your way. We tracked him for 2 miles. He's moving toward your cabin." Axel stood on his porch, waited. 2 hours later, the puppy emerged from the woods, 22 miles, through mountains, alone. He looked like hell, covered in mud, limping on 3 legs, cuts on his paws, exhausted to the point of collapse, but his tail was wagging. I made it. He walked up to Axel, sat at his feet, looked up. "I'm home. This is where I belong. Please stop sending me away." Axel stared at him. This 9-week-old puppy had just trekked 22 miles through Montana wilderness. 3 times now he'd escaped. 3 times he'd found his way back. "Why?" Axel asked. "Why me? Why here?" The puppy just looked at him. "Because you're my person, and this is my pack. I chose you." Axel sat down on the porch steps. The puppy immediately climbed into his lap, curled up, fell asleep, just like that first day at the gas station. Instant trust, complete contentment. Hope limped over, lay down beside them, told you he'd be back. "This is crazy." Hope's look said, "Love usually is." Axel made one more attempt. A family in Great Falls, 4 hours away. The McAllisters. They'd had German shepherds for 20 years. They were prepared. They were perfect. "4th time's the charm," Axel told Dr. Reeves. "Axel, maybe you should just—" "No, I can't keep him. I have 6 dogs. I have limits. This has to work." The McAllisters came with a custom crate, professional transportation, a detailed plan. "We'll keep him secure," Mr. McAllister promised. "We know his history. We're ready." They took the puppy. Axel watched them drive away, the puppy's face in the back window, looking at Axel. Not crying, not struggling, just looking. "I'll be back." "No, you won't. They're 4 hours away. You're 9 weeks old. Even you can't—" But Axel didn't finish. Because deep down, he knew. This puppy would find a way. 3 days passed. No puppy. Axel almost let himself hope. 4 hours was too far, even for this determined little guy. Maybe this time. Day 4. Axel was working with Rex in the yard, training exercises. Ash suddenly barked, alert. Axel turned. A small figure was coming up the road, walking slowly, limping badly, barely moving, but coming. No, no way, that's impossible. But as the figure got closer, it was him. The puppy. He'd walked nearly 80 miles over 4 days, through mountains, through wilderness, through terrain that adult dogs would struggle with. He was barely conscious, paws shredded, covered in scratches, dehydrated, hypothermic. But he'd made it. When he saw Axel, his tail wagged once. Home. Then he collapsed. Axel ran, scooped up the puppy, rushed him inside. "Helena, I need you, now!" Dr. Reeves arrived within 20 minutes, examined the puppy. Severe dehydration, malnutrition, his paws are destroyed, possible hypothermia. "Axel, how far did he walk?" "About 80 miles. Dr. Reeves stared. "He's 9 weeks old." "I know. That should be impossible. Tell him that. Dr. Reeves started IV fluids, treated his paws, wrapped him in heating blankets. He's going to make it. But Axel, I know. This puppy could have died, multiple times. He risked everything to get back to you. I know. So what are you going to do? Axel looked at the puppy. Sleeping now. Safe. Home. Hope was lying beside the exam table, keeping watch. The rest of the pack was gathered around, waiting. And Axel realized something. This puppy hadn't just chosen him. The pack had chosen the puppy. They were waiting for him to accept what everyone else already knew. This puppy belonged here. I'm keeping him, Axel said quietly. Dr. Reeves smiled. About damn time. When the puppy woke up, Axel was sitting beside him. Hey, buddy. The puppy's tail wagged weakly. You're here. Yeah, I'm here, and so are you, for good this time. The puppy tried to stand. Axel gently held him down. Easy. You've been through hell. You need to rest. The puppy looked at him. But I made it. I came home. Yeah, you did. 4 times, 80 miles total. You stubborn, determined, crazy little guy. Axel stroked his head gently. I don't know why you chose me. I don't know how you kept finding your way back. But you did. So I guess fate knows something I don't. The puppy pressed his head into Axel's hand. I knew. I always knew. You need a name, Axel said. Something that fits. Something that honors what you did. He thought about it. 4 escapes. 80 miles, never gave up, never quit. Journey, Axel said. Because that's what you did. You journeyed home, no matter what. The puppy's tail wagged. Journey. I like it. Hope limped over, licked Journey's face. Welcome home, little one. For real this time. And for the first time since finding him, Axel stopped fighting it. This was his dog, not because he chose him, but because Journey had chosen him, and sometimes that's all that matters. Journey's recovery took 3 weeks. His paws were the worst, shredded from 80 miles of walking on rough terrain. Dr. Reeves had to bandage all 4, change them daily, monitor for infection. He's lucky he didn't lose any toes, she said. Another day out there But he didn't. He made it. Because he's either the luckiest or the most determined puppy I've ever seen. Maybe both. During recovery, Journey couldn't walk much. So he stayed close to Axel, on the couch, beside the bed, under the desk when Axel worked, always within sight, always within reach, like he was afraid if he let Axel out of his sight, he'd be sent away again. I'm not sending you anywhere, Axel would tell him. You're home. This is it. Journey would look at him with those big brown eyes. Promise? Promise. Only then would Journey relax. Hope became Journey's primary caregiver. She'd lie beside him for hours, let him lean on her, lick his bandaged paws gently. When Journey whined from pain, Hope would press closer. I know it hurts, but you're strong. You'll heal. Journey adored her, would follow her 3-legged walk with his own limping gait. Both of them wounded warriors, both healing. One afternoon, Axel found them lying in the sun together, Hope's head resting on Journey's back, Journey completely relaxed. You two are a pair, Axel said. Hope's tail wagged. He reminds me of my babies, the ones who fought to live. Journey was the same, a fighter, a survivor. He's lucky he has you. Hope looked at Axel. We're all lucky, that's what family means. As Journey healed, his personality emerged. He was smart, scary smart. At 10 weeks old, he'd learned sit, stay, down, and come. At 11 weeks, he was working on heel and place. At 12 weeks, he was keeping up with basic commands that took most puppies months to learn. He's absorbing everything, Axel told Maria Santos, his training partner. That's unusual. Most puppies at this age are too distracted, too playful. Journey's different. He watches everything, mimics the other dogs, learns by observation. Maria came to evaluate him. Watched Journey train for an hour. Axel, this puppy is exceptional. His focus, his drive, his problem solving. He walked 80 miles at 9 weeks old. I know he's exceptional. No, I mean, this puppy has working dog potential, real potential. Like Rex? Possibly, but different. Rex is a warrior. Journey is... She paused, thinking. Journey is a finder, a tracker, a problem solver. What do you mean? Watch. Maria hid Axel's jacket behind a shed, walked Journey to the porch. Journey, find Axel's jacket. Journey's nose went up, working. He didn't search randomly. He moved systematically, checking scents, following trails. Within 2 minutes, he'd found the jacket, brought it back to Maria. Good boy. She rewarded him, looked at Axel. He's 12 weeks old. That kind of scent work usually takes 6 months of training. So what are you saying? I'm saying this puppy chose you for a reason, and maybe that reason is bigger than either of you know. Over the next month, Axel started testing Journey's abilities, hide-and-seek games with objects, then with people. Journey excelled at all of it. One day, a veteran named Thomas visited the cabin. He'd been coming weekly for PTSD therapy with Ash and Frost. Thomas arrived upset, agitated, having a bad day. He sat on the porch, trying to calm down. Journey, now 4 months old, walked over, sat in front of Thomas, just sat, watching. Hey, little guy, Thomas said absently. Journey didn't move, just kept watching. Then he did something strange. He pressed his nose against Thomas's hand, firmly, deliberately. Thomas looked down. What are you? Journey did it again, harder, grounding pressure, bringing Thomas's attention to the present moment. Thomas's breathing started to slow. That's actually helping. Journey leaned his full weight against Thomas's leg, solid, present, real. Thomas's panic attack faded. How did you know to do that? He asked the puppy. Journey just looked at him. I don't know, I just knew you needed it. Axel watched from the doorway. He's never been trained to do that. Natural instinct, Maria said beside him. Some dogs have it, the ability to read emotional states, to respond appropriately. Hope does that. And Journey learned from Hope. But Axel, this isn't just mimicry. Journey has a gift. As Journey grew, his role in the pack became clear. Ash was the protector, the leader, the one who set boundaries. Frost was the gentle soul, the emotional support, the one who comforted. Rex was the warrior, the disciplined soldier, the one who commanded respect. Hope was the mother, the caregiver, the one who healed wounds. And Journey was the finder. When Axel misplaced his keys, Journey found them. When a veteran visiting the cabin had a panic attack and wandered off, Journey tracked him. When Hope went missing one afternoon, she'd fallen and couldn't get up. Journey found her within minutes and led Axel to her. He wasn't trained for search and rescue. He just knew. It's like he can't stand when things are lost, Axel told Dr. Reeves. People, objects, himself. He has to bring them back. Dr. Reeves looked at Journey, now 5 months old, almost fully healed, thriving. That makes sense. He was lost, abandoned, and he spent his first weeks desperately trying to get back to where he belonged. So now he helps others do the same. Exactly. He's living his purpose. One afternoon, a woman named Sarah showed up at Axel's cabin. She was crying. I heard you help veterans. I need help. My dad, he's missing. Axel brought her inside. Tell me what happened. He's a Vietnam vet, PTSD, Alzheimer's. He wandered off from his care facility 3 hours ago. Police are searching, but they can't... She broke down. He doesn't know where he is. It's getting dark, cold. If they don't find him... Where was he last seen? Near the facility, about 10 miles from here. Can you take me there? They arrived at the care facility as the sun was setting. Police had dogs, search teams, helicopters, but nothing. He's been gone 6 hours, the officer told Axel. We're running out of time. Axel brought Journey out of the truck. The puppy, still technically a puppy at 5 months, looked around, alert, ready. Journey, we're looking for someone who's lost. Can you help? Journey's ears went forward. That's what I do. Sarah showed Journey her father's jacket. This is his. Can you find him? Journey sniffed it thoroughly. Then his whole body changed, focused, intense, mission mode. He's got a scent, Axel said. Journey, track. Journey took off, not running, moving deliberately, nose working constantly. Axel followed, Sarah and 2 officers behind them. Journey led them away from the search area, into the woods, off the trail. "This doesn't make sense," one officer said. "We already searched this area." "Trust the dog," Axel said. Journey kept going for 20 minutes through dense forest over rocky terrain. Then he stopped, sat. The signal, here. Axel looked around. "He's here?" Journey barked once, definitive. "Here." They searched the immediate area, found him, Sarah's father, huddled behind a fallen log, hypothermic, confused, but alive. "Dad!" Sarah ran to him. The paramedics moved in. The officer looked at Axel. "How did your dog know? We searched this area twice." "He's good at finding lost things. He's 5 months old." "Yeah, but he's been doing it his whole life." The story spread. 5-month-old puppy finds missing veteran. Abandoned puppy becomes hero. Journey, the dog who wouldn't quit. Axel's phone started ringing. People asking for help, lost family members, missing pets, search requests. "This is getting out of hand," Axel told Dr. Reeves. "Journey has a gift. People need that gift. He's 5 months old. He's not trained. He's not certified. But he's effective. And Axel, maybe this is why he chose you. Maybe he knew you'd let him do this." Axel looked at Journey. The puppy who'd walked 80 miles to come home, who'd refused to stay anywhere else, who'd chosen this life, this pack, this purpose. "You really think he knew?" "I think dogs understand things we don't. I think Journey knew he belonged here, doing this work with you." That night, Axel sat on the porch with his now 7 dogs, Ash, Frost, Rex, Hope, 2 therapy dogs, and Journey. "You know what's crazy?" he said to them. "I didn't want you." Journey looked up. "I know. I tried to give you away 4 times. I know that too. And you kept coming back 80 miles through hell to be here." Journey's tail wagged. "Because I belong here." "Yeah, you do. And I'm sorry it took me so long to see it." Journey climbed into his lap. Not a puppy anymore, nearly 40 pounds, but still young, still learning, still the same dog who'd walked 80 miles to find home. "You're going to do great things," Axel told him. "Help a lot of people. Find a lot of lost things." Journey licked his face. "That's the plan. But no matter what, you're home now. No more wandering, no more being lost." Journey settled against his chest. "I was never lost. I always knew where I was going. I was going home." 6 months after finding Journey, Axel received a call that would change everything. "Mr. Martinez? My name is Detective Laura Chen. I work with the Montana State Police. I heard about your dog, the one who found that missing veteran." "Journey? Yeah, what about him?" "We have a case. A child, 6 years old, wandered away from a campsite near Glacier National Park yesterday morning. We've been searching for 36 hours, no trace." Axel's blood went cold. "A child?" "Yes, Emily Rodriguez. She has autism, nonverbal, doesn't respond to her name, and it's supposed to drop below freezing tonight. What do you need from me?" "Your dog. We've tried everything. Canine units, helicopters, drones. We're running out of time. I know Journey's young, I know he's not certified, but we'll be there in an hour." Axel had never done a search this big. Journey was only 8 months old, still technically a puppy, but he'd found Sarah's father. And 3 other missing people since then. Small searches, local, manageable. This was different. A child, in wilderness. 36 hours missing. "You ready for this, boy?" Axel asked as they drove. Journey sat in the passenger seat, alert, focused. "Someone's lost. That's what I do," Maria called while they were driving. "Axel, I heard. Are you sure about this?" "No, but they're out of options. Journey's not trained for this level of he'll do it. He has to." Because Axel knew something the police didn't. Journey wasn't just good at finding things. Journey couldn't rest until lost things were found. It was in his nature, his core, his purpose. The command center was chaos, dozens of searchers, maps covered in grid patterns, radios crackling. A woman sat in a camp chair, crying, Emily's mother. When she saw Axel and Journey, she stood. "You're the one with the dog?" "Yes, ma'am." Please find my daughter. She's scared. She doesn't understand." Her voice broke. Journey walked up to her, sat, looked at her with those knowing eyes. "I'll find her." The mother knelt down, touched Journey's head. Please, bring her home. Journey's tail wagged once. I will. Detective Chen showed Axel the search area on a map. We've covered this entire grid. Nothing. It's like she vanished. Where was she last seen? Here, near the campsite. She was playing. Her father turned away for 2 minutes. When he looked back, gone. What was she wearing? Pink jacket, blue jeans, small hiking boots. Chen handed Axel the jacket Emily had worn the day before. Journey sniffed it carefully, processing, memorizing. Then his head came up. Got it. Journey, track. Journey moved, not into the already searched grid, the opposite direction. Wait, an officer called. We already cleared that area. Trust the dog, Axel said. They followed Journey into the woods. Ash and Frost came too. Backup, support. Journey moved with purpose, nose down, focused, following something only he could detect. For 2 hours they hiked, deeper into wilderness, further from the campsite. This doesn't make sense, Detective Chen said. A 6-year-old couldn't get this far. Maybe she did. Journey stopped suddenly, changed direction, following the scent path. Another hour. The sun was setting, temperature dropping. Emily had been missing almost 40 hours. Hypothermia becomes deadly after 48. They were running out of time. Journey stopped again. His whole body went rigid, ears forward, every muscle tense, close, very close. What is it, boy? Journey whined, urgent, then barked, loud, insistent. Here, she's here. Axel looked around. Spread out, search everything. They searched, found nothing. Journey barked again, louder. I'm not wrong, she's here. Axel trusted him. There has to be something. A cave, a hollow, something. One of the officers found it. A small gap between 2 boulders, nearly invisible unless you knew where to look. Here, there's a space. Axel shined his flashlight inside and saw her. Emily, curled up in the tiny space, hypothermic, barely conscious, but alive. We found her! We need medical! Now! Journey pushed forward, squeezed through the gap, lay down beside Emily, sharing body heat, keeping her warm while they worked to extract her. Emily's eyes opened slightly, saw the dog, and for the first time in 38 hours, she smiled, reached out a small hand, touched Journey's fur. Safe. The dog says I'm safe. Emily survived, full recovery. The story went national. 8-month-old puppy saves missing child. Journey, the dog who wouldn't give up. Abandoned puppy becomes miracle worker. Axel's phone exploded. Interview requests, news crews, search and rescue organizations wanting to recruit Journey. This is too much, Axel told Dr. Reeves. Journey saved a child's life. He's 8 months old. He shouldn't have this kind of pressure. Axel, Journey walked 80 miles at 9 weeks old to get to you. Pressure is what he does. The Rodriguez family, Emily's parents, visited the cabin 2 weeks later, brought Emily. The little girl saw Journey and ran to him. No hesitation, no fear, just trust. She wrapped her arms around him, buried her face in his fur, didn't speak. She was nonverbal, but her actions said everything. You saved me. I remember you. Journey stood perfectly still. Let her hold him. I'm glad you're okay. Emily's mother was crying. The doctor said if she'd been out there 2 more hours, she wouldn't have made it. Your dog, he gave us our daughter back. Journey did the work. I just followed him. Where did he come from? How did you train him? Axel looked at Journey. I didn't train him. He trained himself. He was abandoned at a gas station. I tried to give him away 4 times. He escaped and walked 80 miles to stay with me. Emily's father stared. He chose you. Yeah, he did, and I spent weeks fighting it, thinking I knew better, thinking I had limits. But you didn't. No. Turns out when something's meant to be, the universe doesn't take no for an answer. Over the next year, Journey grew into his role. He wasn't just Axel's dog, he was a working search and rescue canine. At 1 year old, he passed his official SAR certification, youngest dog in Montana history to do so. He'd completed 23 successful searches, found 15 missing people, 3 missing pets, 5 lost hikers, 0 failures. He's got a perfect record, Maria told Axel. That's unheard of. Even veteran SAR dogs miss sometimes. Journey doesn't miss. Why? Because he knows what it's like to be lost, and he knows what it's like to find home. He won't let anyone stay lost if he can help it. On the first anniversary of finding Journey, Axel stood on his porch, looking at his pack. 7 dogs, each with their own story, their own purpose. Ash, the fighter who'd survived a blizzard. Frost, the gentle soul who'd trusted from the start. Rex, the war dog who'd searched 16 years for his handler. Hope, the three-legged mother who'd pushed her puppies toward a stranger. 2 therapy dogs, quiet workers helping veterans heal. And Journey, the puppy who'd refused to stay anywhere else, who'd walked 80 miles to come home, who'd become a hero without even trying. "You know what's funny?" Axel said to them. "I thought I had limits. I thought 6 dogs was enough. I thought I couldn't handle one more." Journey looked up. "And now?" "Now I know limits are just fear wearing a different hat, and sometimes the things we think we can't handle are exactly what we need." He knelt down, looked Journey in the eyes. "You taught me that. By refusing to accept my no. By coming back every single time. By showing me that fate doesn't care about our plans." Journey licked his face. "You're welcome. You were abandoned, unwanted, left in a box to die, and you became the dog who saves lives, who brings people home, who never gives up." Axel's voice cracked. "Thank you. For choosing me. For refusing to leave. For teaching me that sometimes the family we need chooses us." Journey pressed his head against Axel's chest. "I always knew, from the first moment, you were my person. This was my home. This was what I was meant to do." 6 months later, final scene. Axel received a package, inside a photo album, from the family's Journey had helped. Sarah's father, alive and well, smiling at a family dinner. Emily Rodriguez, healthy, playing, wearing a t-shirt that said "Journey saved my life." A lost hiker, reunited with his family after Journey found him in a snowstorm. An elderly woman with Alzheimer's, found safe after Journey tracked her through downtown Kalispell. Page after page, 23 families, 23 lives, all because a stubborn puppy refused to stay anywhere else. The last page had a note. "Dear Axel and Journey, we are all the families you've helped. We wanted you to know you didn't just save our loved ones, you saved us, our families, our futures. Journey was abandoned, unwanted, left to die. But he became the one who saves the unwanted, who finds the lost, who brings families back together. Thank you for keeping him. Thank you for letting him choose you. Thank you for showing the world that sometimes the things we think we don't need are exactly what we were missing." With love and gratitude, the family's Journey brought home. Axel showed the album to Journey. "Look what you did, boy. All these people, all these families, because you wouldn't leave." Journey looked at the photos. His tail wagged. "I told you, I had a job to do." "You did more than a job. You proved something." "What?" "That being abandoned doesn't define you. That being unwanted doesn't mean you're worthless. That sometimes the ones the world throws away become the ones who save it." Journey rested his head on Axel's knee. "I was never unwanted. You just didn't know you wanted me yet." "Yeah, I was an idiot. A little bit. But you learned." That night, Axel posted something on social media, the first and only time he'd ever done so. A photo of Journey, and a message. "1 year ago, I found a puppy in a box at a gas station. I tried to give him away 4 times. He walked 80 miles total to stay with me. I thought I was doing him a favor by finding him a better home. But he knew something I didn't. He was already home." Sometimes fate doesn't ask for permission. Sometimes the family we need chooses us. And sometimes the abandoned puppy in the box becomes the hero who saves lives. Thank you, Journey, for refusing to leave, for teaching me about faith, destiny, and stubborn love. You weren't the 7th dog I didn't need. You were the one I couldn't live without. Axel. The post went viral. 10 million views in 3 days. Comments flooded in. I adopted a unadoptable senior dog after reading this. This made me cry. I needed this today. I was that abandoned puppy once. Now I help others. Thank you for this story. Fate is real. This proves it. And Axel understood. Journey's story wasn't just about a puppy who wouldn't leave. It was about believing that sometimes the universe knows better than we do. That sometimes the things we resist are exactly what we need. That sometimes being chosen is more powerful than choosing. If this story moved you, we need you to understand something. Journey was abandoned, left in a box to die. The world said he was unwanted, but he became a hero. because one veteran gave him a chance, and because Journey refused to accept no. Right now, thousands of puppies and dogs are in shelters, abandoned, unwanted, waiting. What you can do, like this video, if you believe every dog deserves a chance. Comment below. Tell us about a time fate chose you or when something you resisted became what you needed most. Subscribe to K9 Valor Stories, because every dog has a story worth telling. Share with someone who needs to hear that being abandoned doesn't define your worth. Adopt, especially the unadoptable ones, the seniors, the special needs, the ones who've been there too long. They might be the journey you didn't know you needed. Trust the universe. Sometimes the things we think we can't handle are exactly what we need. Sometimes fate knows better.